Mr. Ellison again. Once again, I'd like to invite you out for another episode of Mr. Ellison's Math Minute, and thank you for coming. Today what we're going to do for another one of our online tutorials is we're going to talk about volume of a rectangular prism. Now when we deal with volume, what we're dealing with is we're dealing with something with three dimensions. We're dealing with a particular object that has a width, it has a length, and it has a height. 3 dimensions. Now, whenever we deal with a three-dimensional figure, we're going to always do it in cubic units, because whenever we find 3 dimensions, it'll form cubes within this object. Now, when we're dealing with area, we're dealing with a 2-dimensional figure, and like in one of our lessons before on area of a circle or what have you, we had a length, or we had a radius, and then whenever we did area of a trapezoid or a parallelogram or some kind of quadrilateral, we had 2 dimensions. We had a length and a width, which was 2 dimensions, so it would be square units. Now with this, it's going to be cubic units, because the cubes will be formed when we find the volume. And the volume is basically the capacity of this rectangular prism. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the volume formula. The volume formula is as follows. It's the length times the width times the height. So it's the 3 dimensions of this figure multiplied times each other. Now we're going to do an example of finding the volume of this rectangular prism when the width equals 3 inches, when the length equals 2 inches, and when the height is 4 inches. What we're going to do is our length we know is 2 inches, so we're going to plug in for our length. It equals 2. Now we're going to multiply that times our width, which is 3 inches. So we're going to, instead of W, we're going to put a 3, and then we're going to do a times, and we've got to multiply times our height now, and our height is 4 inches. So instead of H, we're going to put a 4. Now, we're going to multiply our 3 numbers together, and that'll give us our volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 times 3, which is 6, and now we're going to multiply our 6 times our 4, and it's going to give us 24. So the volume of our rectangular prism is 24, but we've got to remember what our units are. In our studies and our lesson over area, we had to take the units and put the units along with the number. It's the same thing for volume. You want to use the units. So units we're using are inches. So we're going to put next to our 24, we're going to put inches. And since it's a 3-dimensional figure, there are 3 numbers in there. For our exponent, it's going to be to the 3rd power. So it's 24 inches cubed, or inside that rectangular prism there will be, you could put 24 cubes inside there. This is how you find the volume of a rectangular prism. Thank you for coming out for Mr. Ellison's Math Minute, and I look forward to seeing you again. You have a wonderful day. Bye.